Hey there and welcome back to our channel and welcome back to our farm. As you can see, everything is beautifully growing, though it is almost harvesting time, as we can see right over here with actually not there. Ooh, right over here. There you go. July is the busiest month for us right now, though, but we will see what we can do in the meanwhile, and that is making a lot of money, though. We do need around 60k again, not for another glass house sadly, but because Crazy Peggy wants to take care of the greenhouses and do some stuff around here. I think a forklift would be very useful. This big boy is way too big to fit through here, and that's a shame, though, if we cannot collect everything that we want. But yeah, as you can see, though, we are making these disgusting little things over here, and these delicious ones, they are really hauling, though, right? You know, we get around 900 for it, so I think for now we are definitely going to haul all of it, right? You know, it's going to be very important. Oh, and by the way, I have my farm controls right now too, right? You know, so my farm sticks, and oh my god, it's a game changer, though. It really is a game changer. Like the forklift I'm using with my farm stick from Trustmaster, I really recommend it, though. It is so good. And if you want to have the same setup like the button layout, because you kind of have to do that, though, to be really honest, to get the most out of it. What is going on? Let's see. There we go. And just like that. Yep. So yeah, you know, like if you want to get the most of it and really make it feel natural, then I can make a little tutorial video, though, if you guys want to, right? Because it is a little bit difficult to set up. And how I've set it up, though, is that I'm only using the joysticks, though, right? You know, like not the extra buttons here and there. Some we will use like 2 or 3. But in general, nah, we have a controller for that, and later on I will get a different type of, how shall I say, steering wheel and stuff like that. And dedicated button box I already have. So, you know, that's all very nice and dandy. As you can see, this is really fun. This is really nice. 923. Let's do this a couple of times until we have sold everything there, and then we can do some tasks. On the buttons, though, right, you know, as you can see right... Oh, wait a minute. Which one is it? Could be like it did reset a little bit. I hope not. Oh, no. Okay, so one of these things I have to reset a little bit, because the forks in the middle right over there, they can spread open and close again. So that is something that I have to work on again. But it's going to be very good, though, that we have this just, you know, streamlined, especially for the logging. And I'm really looking forward to do some logging tests right now. So it's going to be great, dudes. Let's go right like this. Just like that. Yeah, the issue is, though, the little water tank. So I think you guys understand why we definitely do need, you know, like a little forklift, so we can fit in between. Right now, no way that we can do that. Let's go right like this. But yeah, you know, like I'm already planning a couple of other upgrades for our Let's Play series and challenges in general. It's going to be absolutely great, and whenever I get them, though, I can just... Well, I don't know, I can post about it. I did post about these farm sticks. If you guys want, I can do some unboxings or whatsoever. I'm not sure what people actually like, though, with those things, right? So do let me know, please. And then this one will be a little bit easier. Just like that, hopefully. Go. Lift it up. Don't have to lift it all the way up, though. But yeah, 1,000 liters, man. That's 400 kilograms of strawberries. That's a good haul, though, that we are getting plenty of. Like, we are getting, at this point, 1.5 per month, I would say. Yeah. No, per day actually right now. So that's 3 per month because we have 2 days at this moment. So I have to say though, I'm really looking forward to having a massive haul potential. Already 9k and we can still earn a lot more. By the way, the time should be adjusted back to 5. Yep, there we go. Alright though, huh? Let's go grab some of these ugly ones. The little tomatoes. They are not so bad though if you use a lot of herbs though, so you don't taste them. But man, tomatoes. Let's actually see where we can make the max profit though. Although it doesn't matter right now. I will probably just sell them at the farmer's stand though, you know. Tomato, farmer's market, huh? That's far right away though, but the farmer's small kiosk right over here is actually better. But it's going downhill, which is actually okay. It's all in January though, which is the best, so we will definitely want to store that out. So we also want to make a shed where Peggy can store that. On the back of that trailer. Probably. We will have to find out how we are going to do that though. Because, you know, like I want her to do something, of course, right, you know, and feel good about things, about learning. And I would say using a front loader is actually a very good way to learn the game, right? By driving around and doing the little things though. Excuse-moi. I thought it was 800 something. Why do we get over 1,000 for that? Right? I don't know. Anyways, I'm very happy with that extra little bit though. And so far we made over 6k. That's such an easy job. And it is a little bit, you know, fickle to actually go around like this right now because, you know, because, you know, we don't have a forklift and it's a little bit awkward to drive all the way back and forth over the farm. So, you know what I mean though. Oh. Just like that. But yeah, soon we will also make something nice probably over there though, right? You know, like maybe a little terrace or something. I don't know, man, you know, like I have so many things in my head that I want to do though, but I don't want to do everything on just one map. You know what I mean? Because we want to have a couple of challenges too in the future, right? You know, that are very well fitting and so on and so forth. Alright, so I think we are going to sell our honey right now too. And let's see what that honey is worth though. But yeah, 7k so far. I will call, well, probably more though. With how much did I actually start? I think we did actually earn a lot more. There we go. Just like that. I mean, I kind of feel bad. 15% though. Kind of feel bad, but it's just small hauling right now with that. Later on, we will actually haul a lot more though, you know, like a lot more. Because we want to have a dedicated place for beans. Alright. How much? 228. Not so much though, but that's alright. Let's go and twist this one. Just like that. Very nice. But wow, 14k. I mean, we don't need that much anymore for a forklift, right? You know, like technically we need 40k, so that's easily done. But everything in sweet due time, right? You know, let's start with the diesel right over here. Oh, actually, always put the engine off though, right? You know, let's use our brain for once. Bit too close to the wall. After all, Peggy is a woman, right? You know, so we have to be a little bit more careful there. If you can't tease though, you can't have fun, right? Now let's see, right over here. I kind of want to do this directly, but we will do that in a second though. Let's first get some jobs done. Fertilizing. We can do that with our own. We already have a lot there. This will be a very busy job too. Deadwood, it's fun to do, so yes, definitely we'll do that. Especially if this one is close by. It kinda is close by though. Kinda not, but I will. Fertilizing, harvesting. Yeah, that's just double the work though. Which is not a bad thing, right? You know, like we should not be too lazy about this. So let's get started. What are we actually harvesting here, though? I mean... beets? Nah, this is not a beet harvester, is it? No. I have no idea. Like, I'm trying to make sense of it, though, right? You know, like with the front. Again, I'm not a very, very specialist, though, right? With every machinery out there. This machine is sexy, dude. What are we harvesting here? Spinach! Alright. Makes a little bit more sense though, right? With the roll thing there. Made by Rudolph. I think we're just going to stand right in front of the garage though. Nah, let's not be too rude. Just right over here. I mean, we probably are allowed to do this though. It's his field after all that we are working on, so why not? It's not really worth a lot though. Look at that, right? You know, lease cost. Then we have that. Then this one will just bankrupt me almost, right? You know? Harvesting over here would be decent again. It's a very small one. And then we have to drop that over there probably, right? So let's just borrow the items. But then again, you know, it's worth nothing in comparison. It's like 800. And I have to hire an extra worker for it and all, right? You know, so yeah, you know, it is interesting. By the way, who did put that cap on? I didn't put that cap on there though. Oh well. Alright boys, let's go though, huh? Double the trailer, double the fun, one might say. Or double the trouble though. But yeah, this is going to be a lot of interesting things to actually go through, right? You know, like challenge actually, personal challenge and all. And hopefully, it will not be too annoying. But if there's a car, I know they will not just pass me, so I will just park over here. You know, makes a little bit more sense. Although, even though I don't want to, of course, I want to stay on the road. But oh well. Let's go. I mean, this is going to be a lot of fun. Wait, what's going on? Oh, wrong button. There we go. Now it's working. All right. So yeah, you know, it's going to be a lot of fun though, right? A little bit of a challenge. Getting used to the dual axis controls, right? For my left-handed joystick, for my right-handed joystick. But I think we can do it though, huh? Especially if we go in a better camera mode, right? You know, like this over here. I have a glass, how shall I say, right? You know, mouse pad. And the issue with that is... oh, this button is not working though, it seems. Yep. And there we go. I also fixed it for or the beauty, right? You know? And by that I mean, of course, you know, or forklift and all. Yeah, let's go like that. This feels so much better, to be honest. But yeah, you know, the trick right now is to get used to it all. To the button layout and everything. It's not really about omnidextrous movement, you know, like you have to use two at the same time. Although it has a little bit to do with that too, right, you know, because it's a complete different experience right now. But it is mostly like, yeah, like I said, it's the button layouts, like what movement does what exactly at this point. Come on, open it up a little bit. There we go. Okay, that's a whole lot more though. Somebody did put a sticky tape right down there. Just like here. Press it forward. And here we are. Man, so far I have to say though, I love this though, right? You know, it's so different. So yeah, you know, like, I will only have bought it though, like I did, for my videos, right? You know? If it was for myself, the controller would be good enough, to be honest. But if you want more immersion than a controller, yeah, I would highly recommend getting this too. There we go. The physics, man, the physics. Yeah, it's a friend and sometimes it's an enemy. There we go. Just very smooth. Kind of want to, you know, like typical gamer, right? You know, you want to go faster, faster, faster. But let's just master this first before anything else, right? Ooh, there we are. Pull it. We can pull it a little bit further though. Just like that. Alright, beautiful. It's already way better. But yeah, as you can see though, this goes way quicker though, right? You know, than with a normal control, because you have to press so many buttons there compared to this. Oh boy. This just has to become muscle memory. And I think though, like, an average gamer will do that in, let's say maximum 10 hauls though, right? You know, especially if it's in a row. And later on though, right, you know, you will just master it in time. Okie dokie. Oh, I see what's going on in this position, right? Like, this is normally extending, like as you can see, right? And this one is going up and down. But for some reason, if it's close by, it is kind of inverting. Not completely though, but kinda. So that's something that we have to learn to get used to. Ooh, that snap is not good. And here we are. Just drop this one on the left side. But we can flip that one a little bit further. And ta-da, there we go. Doesn't open up. Yeah, it's a little bit fickle though. Maybe I have to adjust it a little bit better. But so far, so good, I would say. Let's put that controller back on, right? Because we are going to drive. What's going on, though? Lots of errors? Nope. Here we are. Beautiful, beautiful. The other ones here. Oh, what the fuck, boy? Yo, this is not good, though. This is not good. Yo, I forgot to actually tie him up too, right? You know, so that's probably what did happen. Oh no. No! It's good that it's not my field, by the way. What if we do this? Will this help us out? Oh, ever so slightly though, one might say. Oi, 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 oi. Extra work, extra work. Yeah, always tie it down though, I would say, right? You know, or else this might happen. Come on. Yep. Just like that, though. Nope. Like that over there. You know? This is just so dumb, dude. Oh. This is just so me, right? So me. Everything goes well until I accelerate. You know how it goes. Ay, 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 ay. What a mess, what a mess, what a mess though, huh? Ay, ay, ay. But it is part of the world though, right? You know, if you do not strap anything on. There you go. Let's just fix this up before anybody sees it. And especially before the farmer notices that we have done it. Because I don't want to pay for damages right now. Oh no, sir. I think these were actually in this one. And that's a good thing, by the way. But the issue is, right, you know, like Rudolph is full over here. The harvester is not completely empty either. So there's a lot for us to do right now. You know, I'm under pressure with that wood though, right, you know. But we have like 12k left. The workers have been hired. I forgot to pause the game, by the way, right, you know. And I got a cup of coffee. Always stay hydrated, my boys. You know, so... a little bit of a loss. Doesn't matter too much now, does it though, right, you know. But we will get a very well payment from all of this though. I think we will be around 25k once we are done with all of it. So it is a good day though, isn't it? Now I truly hope though that this is the same spot where we have to go for the other one. If not, then I don't know what is. We will find out. Is it? Oh my god, can you imagine that it is not? It will be so funny, but I will go bankrupt probably because I cannot afford any of this. You know? I'm a little bit nervous though, to say the very least, but as you can see though, the harvesting is ticking up rather quickly there. So this is the correct spot though. Oh yeah, that's a massive haul though. Okay, 79% transported. Let's go all the way back. Gotta be careful though, right? For the... Ooh, tight turns. Yep, that's what I mean. Next time we will just drive around, right? Because our reputation is going to really nosedive though. We gotta fix that pole over there, right? You know, that road sign. Just extra work. Just extra work, you know, and I'm only to blame for it though. Oh, very nice though. This little girl is already done. I do appreciate that. Hoppa, hopefully we do get a bonus. Oh, wait a minute, the worker is not here anymore. That kind of makes sense though, right? You know, he's been waiting for quite a bit. There we are. Just make it easy peasy for ourselves right over here. Oh, he stopped walking directly. Come on. Okay, here we go. Beautiful though, big boy. Give me all the disgusting spinach. Although it is not so bad though. Not so bad. I do like paprika the most though, to be honest. What about you guys? That's it? You still have a couple in there though, so probably we could just use that to, how shall I say, make some extra money. You know? Would be smart to do so, by the way. Have you guys ever seen a Japanese tractor in Europe or in America? Or anyways, outside of Asia, one might say? I don't think I ever have, though. I don't think I ever have. AI worker 8 has completed their task, alright. Yeah, then I'm going to take care of those logs though, right? Because we are really losing time there. Talking about time, maybe activate the time again though. There we go, 35% transport of a field 83. Excuse me. No, that's actually done though, think about it. Wow, 27% though, that is a lot. That is a lot though. 27%, that is over 1/4 of a trailer, right? And that's just extra. Wow. Hopefully I can keep it for myself though, because that extra money is really, really needed though. Hey, it's Timmy. Hey, good for him though, huh? He's back at work. Yeah, Timmy, man, you know, they had a DUI. Driving under YouTube, you know. Driving under influence. So yeah, you know, like he was caught. Had to suspend his license for a while though, right? You know, get some training, some help, some professional counseling. Now he's back at work. 47% transport of a field 83. What's that? That's not field 83 stuff though. So technically we are losing money on this one, which is kind of interesting though. Let's see how that actually works here. Completed. Only that we are getting though. Yeah. Now let's hope though the haul of this big boy will be absolutely worth it though. Let's hope. Alright boys, let's see, let's find out. Let's go a little bit like that, right over here. Now I really truly hope though like this money will be mine, because it's 90%, 91%. Probably will not be the case though. Right? But yeah, we will just have to find out, boys. And I think something got messed up though in the system, because the other field had to do with 83, field 83, which is strange though. Oh, it's ticking on though, it's ticking on. There is still some spinach left in the harvester, so, you know, take that. %89% transport of a field 83. There's not that much left though. You know what I mean? There's not that much left. Oh, I'm a little bit nervous though, like it might be glitching out, because then this episode will be a total disaster though, right? From the logging to everything else. But man, that is something I will not forget though, right? You know, we got some new farm tech, right? You know, some new sim tech, and then all of that stuff. Yeah, that's unforgettable though. That's awesome. Moment of truth, my boys. Moment of truth. 98%, but the other number is just a little bit worrying though. But did they tune it maybe, right? That we don't make massive profits from tasks? Maybe. Okay, contract finished. So this would be all mine though, one might say, right? You know? Oh yeah, there we go. It goes up, 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 and buttercup though. Wow, I mean, keep pouring, boy. You know? Alright, there we go. Good task complete. Hoppa. Now, let's go for this one though, shall we? Alright guys, let's just be smart this time. Yeah, I didn't fix that though, clearly. Alright, now let's just fix it up, alright? So let's see. Tools. Alright, there we go. That's way better though, isn't it? Yep. A little bit shameful though, I have to say, right? That did happen, but oh well. 18k, it's not going to be bad. With 7k in the pocket, right? You know, it's going to be very, very good, to be honest. Yeah, where do we want to go? I think this will be the best way then, and soon we are going left. My, oh my, oh my, oh my. It's a good day's work though, to be honest, considering the problems that we had. It's 2300 hours. Ooh, one too soon though. Go. It's good that nobody was actually driving around here, right? You know. But anyways, yeah, so we have done even quite a lot though, right? You know, for the small amount of time that we did spend so far. So I'm pretty happy with it. Pretty decent. Oh, tight corner. Here we go, my boys. Yeah, we could actually go a little bit crazy here. You know, just roll off and that's about it. But we kind of want to stay professional around here, right? You know, we are not in a hurry after all. Man, look at a little boat though. It's kind of cute if you think about it. But it is very cute though, right? It's used to actually, you know, like push the logs right there. I do like that. I do like that very much, to be honest. And to be honest, yeah, I kind of wish that we could just pull these pins away, but that would be so dangerous IRL though, right? That would be way too dangerous. Think about it. All the tons of weight, you know, just pushing to one side and then, you know, right on your face. That's a mighty push nobody of us wants to experience though. The foreman told me to just drop it here though, so we don't have to be hella precise with it. I kind of want to be honest. Yeah, the foreman though has to learn that we are a man of many wonders. And one of that is actually not being able to grab anything around here though. There we go. Yep. Woo! Right over there then. Just like that. Doesn't have to be too precise, you know what I mean? But it's going to be rather decent though. And there we go. Voila! There we are. Not so bad though, not so bad. That was a lot of fun, dude. It was really good. There we go. Wood transport completed. Wait a minute. Why did that go down though? Oh, we should get that. Ah, minus that, of course. Yes, of course. I was like, hey, dude, trying to scam me right here, huh? Let's do some cultivating. That's very nice. Very simple, though, that little task over there. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Here we are, my boys, now. Another shopping spree, believe it or not. Here we are. So yeah, you know, I'm very happy though. It took me a couple of hours, but it was absolutely worth it though. I kind of love it, by the way, like this place, this game. Oh, look at that. Project Motor Racing available now. Check it out. So yeah, you know, like, it doesn't feel like it takes hours though. And that's some pure gaming magic now, isn't it? Now, let's see. Yeah, I kind of like to have this one too. I wanted to have that as an excuse, right? You know, since we used it, but it is way bigger than the other one, right? You know, and way stronger too, but it's absolutely needed later on. I'm 100% certain of it. This time we are just going to get a little small forklift though. Although the skid steer, it's way cheaper, by the way. Huh? To be honest, I would say the Jungheinrich would be a little bit more authentic, right? You know, because it just makes a whole lot of sense. The issue right now, I see that this is an electric one. Where do we charge it? We also need to get a charger though somewhere, right? So it's going to be very interesting, very important though. So I'm already planning something. I already see it in my head popping, so it's going to be good. It's going to be good. So I think we are going to buy just this one. There we are. We do see some weird symbols there though, but that's alright, right? That's alright because of my farm sticks here. Now, let's see, right over there. Beautiful. Let's see. Nice. Oh my god, I love it. I love it. And I actually like that it's actually electricity though. Such a familiar sound though, isn't it? This is a lot of fun, boys. This is a lot of fun. We are specializing slowly though, right? You know, and as you can see, it's July 1st. And that means a lot of fun for us because we gotta harvest. So it's going to be absolutely beautiful though on the farm, huh, in the next episode. So yeah, let's go and bring this bad boy back. Boy, why do I keep saying bad boy to the farm so it can bag around a couple of vegetables here and there, right? Strawberries, tomatoes, and hopefully soon even more. Because the next upgrade, well, has to be something for this thing. And an electrical charging hub. That will be awesome. And then we will have another greenhouse somewhere, somehow. But first we have to make money because that 1.7k is just staring at me though with hate. So don't forget to subscribe. Have a wonderful time and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.